And we have arrived at an unknown destination to us that is called the Sahara. New and improved. Might be called the SLS, not sure. But we're here for a reason. A viewer of the vlog wants to take us out to a steakhouse I've never been to before called Bazaar Meats. I'm down to try new things and I love a free dinner, so here we are. Let's see what Bazaar Meats has to offer. Pork skins.
Wow. So, you know what they make it a similar dish?
Gazpacho.
That's the block rock right.
Chicken croquettes.
Tony Barco, this is the ferment aged for 4 years coming out of Spain. Nothing but fed but acorns for that guy. Should we do this on the bread or separate? I say take a bite of the ham first, see what you're getting yourself into, and use the bread as a palate cleanser. Go back and forth. So we got tartare and carpaccio, sort of like choose your devil. These are the tacos?
Yeah. Looks filling.
I mean, that's like fucking salami.
Was it carpaccio beef tenderloin?
Yeah.
All right.
But a potato puree, but a fried potato. This is the skirt steak?
It should be enough for one lollipop per person and one extra.
Yes.
I was closer. I told myself. You see how many things.
A very good first experience at Bazaar Meats. The selection and uniqueness of the entrees was definitely an experience. The only things I did not like was the amount of time it took for them to clear off our plates after we were done with our main course. And it also took a long time for them to bring out the coffee. Shout out to Joel, a viewer of the vlog, for making this dinner possible. Thank you very much for the experience. Let me know the next time you're in Vegas. Always a good time testing out a new steakhouse. The Wynn, $400, $40,000 guaranteed tournament, part of the Wynn Winter Classic, 30-minute blind levels. We were able to final table this event last time. It had 220 runners. I'm expecting around 200 runners today. The tournament starts at noon, and it is noon. I am here on time for the first time ever due to a mishap with a dermatologist appointment. I love insurance companies. But we're here at the Wynn at noon. Let's get that deep stack, easy money. Oh, no, it's one bullet. Hello. Let's play the tournament. With a 20,000 starting stack, blinds are 100, 100, with a 100 big blind ante, 300 in the pot. We're very deep stacks, so let's speculate on some hands. Some casinos there. The first hour goes by and just play a lot of small pots, nothing really of note. Decide to turn up the aggression in the second hour when this hand happens. With blinds at 200, 400, 400, action folds to the cutoff, who opens to 1,000. He is a 40-year-old Caucasian male. We're in the big blind with 6-4 of diamonds. Pretty easy to defend here. We started the hand with about 17 or 18,000 in chips. The flop comes 8, 3, deuce, 2 diamonds. We got the combo draw. We check it over to our man, and he puts in a C-bet of 1,100. This is a great spot to go for the check raise. As I said before, not a great idea to call out of position with 6 high, but a lot of good things can happen with a check raise, such as him folding and we immediately profiting, or him calling and then us shoving all in, over betting the turn if we miss, or betting half pot for value if we hit. Exploitable, but they don't know this. So he goes deep into the tank and he shoves all in. This should not be an option in position. You should either be folding or calling, but he decides to try to attempt to deny all of our equity And now we're faced with a horrible spot. We got that big combo draw, but we have 6 high. Do we gamble? He could still have a lot of higher flush draws that have us in very bad shape, and we're flipping versus top pair. I eventually decide to fold and move on to the next hand. With blinds at 200, 400, 400, the 2 players to my right have pre-flop sizing tells. Limp means weak, 5x means strong. Pretty easy to decipher. Older Caucasian on my right, open limps in middle position. I'm next to act with king, queen of spades. I make it 1500 off a 17K stack. Action folds around to the small blind, who puts in the 3-bet, a small one to 3900. What's he repping? Aces? Action does fold back to me. We have position and we have a beautiful hand, king, queen of spades. So I think we can peel one off here. See what happens on the flop. The flop is king 9-3, maybe 2 clubs. He thinks about it and checks to us. At this point, I'm putting him on a hand like jacks, 10s, maybe queens. Slightly less likely since we have a queen in our hand. The occasional trapped pocket kings, which there's 1 combo of. Most people would bet their aces here because they don't want to see them get cracked. Pretty easy decision to bet 3,500, setting up a turn jam. He thinks about it for about 10 seconds and shoves all in. He has us covered. Well, we didn't come this far to fold top pair queen kicker, so we put in the call. And he shows us ace king offsuit. Nice flop. Nice tricky check jam. Got me good. Let's hit a queen. Nice hand. And I'm out of the Wynn $400 40K. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's what I get for being an overachiever and getting here early. Late registration is till 4:20. Blaze it. So let's abide by the rules, alter our consciousness and state of mind, get a little more creative, plop another $400 down, and get back in the mix. Let's gamble. Hello. Like to play the tournament? And we are back in the tournament, another $400. It will be around $20,000 for first, so pretty good investment. We just have to win all the chips. Shouldn't be too hard. We get seated at our new table, 20,000 starting chips, and we pick up ace queen offsuit under the gun, 300, 600 blinds, make it 1,500. Get 2 callers in middle position and the big blind calls. Flop comes queen 6-3, 2 spades. Big blind checks, and usually I'd c-bet here, but a very aggro Euro bot is in late position. And if check 2, he's gonna take a stab. So we check it. First caller checks and Euro bot checks. The Euro bot should be betting with all of his queen X combos, flush draws, and mid pairs here. But he checks. Let's see a turn. The turn is the 9 of spades. Still pretty confident about my top pair. Big blind checks, and it's time to put in a value bet. We don't want that 4th spade rolling off now, do we? I bet 2,500, and first flatter, snap ships all in for 8,000. Would he do this with the flush? Wouldn't he think about it for a little while? You know, contemplating calling and letting the other 2 players behind in? The other 2 players do fold, and I think we got a pretty easy call for 5,500 more. We call, and he shows 6-9 of hearts. We got outs. The river is a 3. He got counterfeited. We got a better 2 pair, and we're now at 33,000 chips. A great start. With blinds at 400, 800, under the gun makes it 1700. I'm in middle position with ace queen offsuit again, so good call, but I think we can be a little more aggressive. Giving our mindset, we make it 5200 to go. Guy on my left jams it all in for 4400, folds back to me, and we're already in there. So we're up against ace deuce offsuit. Do not try this at home. Just wait for a better spot. Let's hold. The flop comes 7, 4, deuce. The turn's a 4. And the river's a 5, and we double him up with the dead money out there. Gotta win those. With blinds at 400, 800, 800. I'm in early position with pocket aces. Always a welcome sight. I'm gonna make it my standard 1800 to go. Middle position calls, and the big blind calls. We're 3 ways to a flop. Let's hope it's not too wet. The flop comes jack, 9, 6, 2 hearts. Big blind checks, and I would see bet a lot here, but we're going for the trap. This board texture is gonna smash the caller's range. So we check to him, and as predicted, he puts out a bet of 2500. The small blind folds, and it's back to us. It looks like we're just in check call or pot control mode. But since we don't have the ace of hearts, we want to charge him for his ace high flush draws and jack X type hands. He might have even been stabbing with something like queen 10, facing a check raise. He's in a bad spot, so I make it 8500, setting up a turn jam. He sighs, hesitates, and eventually shoves all in. He has us covered. We call. He says, I put you on a set of 9s. I just have a pair of aces, and they're good versus his jack 8 of hearts. Will they hold? All right, we're racing. Let's hold. Not a good hold.
The race was very short. I got it covered.
Did I win?
I got 40.
Congratulations. Enjoy. And I'm out of the win. $400, 40K, 2 bullets, $800, gone.